and welcome to another Chelsea chat. And today it was Chelsea 0, Manchester City 2, which I have to say was a lot better result than I was expecting. And I also have to say it was a better performance than I was expecting, even though it was disjointed in places, even though there were two or three players that I thought were pretty poor. There were some other really promising displays and promising pointers that came out of that game. So I'm not going to be all doom and gloom in this review. So we had Sanchez in goal. On the right, we had Gusto. In the middle, we had Wesley Fofana. Nice to see him back. And Levi Colwill. And at left back, we had Cucurella. And they played as a pretty orthodox back four. Cucurella did sometimes invert, but against Manchester City, that wasn't really the place to do it. And I think Maresca set up with a more sort of orthodox sort of 4-2-3-1 than we'll see for a lot of this season. Just in front of them, we had Caicedo and Lavia. In front of them, we had Cole Palmer on the right, Enzo Fernandez allegedly in the middle of him and Nkunku on the left, and up front Nicholas Jackson. So the stats are pretty well. Manchester City had 53% possession, we had 47%. They just looked a lot more dangerous, but what they did have that we haven't got is a world-class centre forward. Now I don't expect Chelsea hit the ground running. We've got rid of a manager that took a season to get them playing in one sort of style and work ethic, and now we've changed the manager who has got a totally different style, and it will take time for players to get used to him. I just hope that he doesn't get the sack after 6 or 7 months. Otherwise, we've lost people like Chalobah, Chilwell and Gallagher for no real reason other than obviously pure profit. So yeah, today what I will say is that the players all worked hard. They gave 100%. And I personally can't ask a lot more of that. Yes, they got caught out of position at times, but against Manchester City, let's face it, let's put it into some sort of context, some sort of perspective. City are a damn good side, even with the 3 or 4 players that they'd left on the sideline that had been on England duty. But they still had the likes of Doku, Haaland up front, Bernardo Silva. It was, it was still a top side that more than capable of winning the Premiership. And for large parts of that game, we matched them. Yeah, we had to drop off them. Yeah, we had to defend at times, but we don't look like a team, the same we didn't at the start of last season. But I think the effort really got us through. And a couple of really fine performances. I was really pleased with Lavia. I thought he was excellent today. Looked like the player that we paid 53 million quid for. And Nkunku was sharp and always a danger to him. Cucurella was right on it right from the start. Yes, he made a couple of mistakes. Yes, he got pushed off by Haaland pretty easily, but then so did Colwill when Haaland scored. If I'd been Colwill, I'd have been putting my foot through that. I know there's a chance of giving a penalty away, but if you get that ball, he had more than enough time to tackle, and I hope he learns from that. Cucurella just got to get his body in front of Haaland. You don't have to give a penalty away. You just put your body right in front. Easier said than done, though. Easy for me watching the television. Haaland's a big old lump. Lovely finish. And we were 1-0 down. Could have made it 1-1 if Nicholas Jackson had the football IQ, which I don't believe he has. I think this is what he's lacking. Because he done some good hold-up play. He made some good runs. Linked up well a few times. Put the effort in. But how can you not look across the line for offside? First half of last season, he spent all the time being offside. I thought he'd mastered it, and today again goes too soon, too impetuous, and offside. Later on in the game, he had a chance to score. Hits it straight at Edison. we do need a quality, top class centre forward. And I'm sorry, but it's not Nicholas. And I like him. I rate him as a player. And he's a good number 2 centre forward. But against City, when you get these chances, you've got to put them away. So anyway, I'll score them. Because I say, there's not a lot you can say about that game, really. We had our chances. We limited their chances, really. And I'm disappointed we lost, but it's not all doom and gloom. I'm not going to jump on the manager's back after the first game of the season. And like I say, the players were obviously playing for him today. So, happy days. Even if it's not a happy day. Okay, so I'm going to score the players. Sanchez gets a 5 from me. Made a really good save that wasn't as good in slow motion as it was live. If the ball was dipping, it came off a defender, looped over, and he pushed it over. When I see it in slow motion, he made it look a bit spectacular, but it was a save that he should have made. I think probably he should have got nearer that second goal, but that's just me thinking a top keeper, a Courtois, a Cech, would have saved that, in my humble opinion. First goal, couldn't do much about it, came out spread, Haaland too strong. Gave a stinking ball away that they could have scored from, straight to Kevin De Bruyne. Always makes me nervy, I'll be honest, but it is what it is. I think we need a new goalkeeper. We've only got 10, or is it 8? I don't know. So yeah, he gets a 5. Gusto gets a 7. I thought he was good today. Very speedy. Wasn't an easy game for him against Doku, but did really well defensively and did well getting forward as well. I like, the more I see him, I like him. Just inside him, we had Wesley Fofana, back after a year. Some things he did today showed that he'd been out for a long time, mainly spatial awareness, but I think he's a fine player and I think he'll grow in strength and get better and better, and I pray he doesn't get injured again. He's going to get a 6 from me today. Colwill next to him, like I say, I disappointed him on Haaland's goal. He got to it, but then sort of ferried away. So, Colwill gets a 5.5. Cucurella gets a 7.5. I thought, I was his biggest critic. I wanted him out of the club, and he really has stuck it right up me. Wasn't his best game today, but he had hard work. He had to it coming at him at times, and you know what? He didn't give up. Great spirit and some good tackles and good getting forward. I like his passion as well. Caicedo gets a 6. Made some good tackles, got himself booked again, needlessly really. Very combative, left in the lurch at times, to be quite frank. I think he was trying to play his game, and Fernandez, who was horribly out of form today, he was useless. Lavia is Chelsea's man of the match, and I'm giving him an 8.5. I thought Lavia was superb. Yeah, so Lavia, he was just outstanding. Some lovely through balls, good combative tackling, closed down well. I could see a bit more why they're not too worried about letting Conor Gallagher go, although I would still keep Conor. But Lavia looks like Conor Gallagher plus, doesn't he? So he played really, really well today. I was shocked when they took him off Kiernan Dewsbury Hall. I just thought, unless it was to save him, unless it's because he's been out for so long, but it was a real big downgrade when he went off. Same as when Pedro Neto came on to make his debut, when they took Nkunku off. The bloke that looked like scoring. You're one down to City at the time, and you're bringing Nkunku off. I don't get some of these substitutions. I really don't. Gooey or Goo for Jackson. I get that one. A little bit more energy, little bit different style for the centre halves to play against. But I didn't get that Lavia, or I didn't get the Nkunku substitutions. I'm sorry. I think when Cucurella went off and Vega came on, I think that was because Cucurella was injured. I hope it's not long term or something ridiculous like that. So where was I? I digress. So where was I? Enzo Fernandez gets a 4. His first touch was lousy. He took a shot that I think probably took 2 seagulls out. Distribution pretty poor. Gave the ball away a lot. I just thought he had an all-round bad game. Captain, the way he's playing, if he's a better player than Gallagher, I'll eat my hat. And I know he is because I've seen him play for Argentina. But he hasn't done anything in a Chelsea shirt yet that's remotely like he plays for Argentina. And he was absolutely awful today. Special word for Kovacic. Scored, didn't celebrate. Fair play to him. I mean, I don't blame players when they do celebrate, but he's got a lot of respect for the club and the fans. And you know what? He bossed that midfield, didn't he? He absolutely... When I see that Rodri wasn't playing, I thought happy days. And Kovacic, he absolutely bossed it. One of the reasons they got their win. But well done to him. Class act. Cole Palmer gets a 7. Drifted in and out of the game. Always in space to receive the ball. Some intelligent passing. Not his greatest game, but not his worst either. And nice to see him back. We know, you know what you're going to get with Cole Palmer. You know, it's what it says on the tin. And decent game today without setting the world alight. I've already given Fernandez his 4. And on the other side, Nkunku is going to get a 7. I thought he was sprightly. I thought he was always a pain in their side. Work rate very good as well. Got back and done some defensive work. Yeah, I like the looks of him. And when he got taken off, And Nicholas Jackson, I'm not going to be too hard on the kid. He gets a 6. Missed, for me, a sitter. Got to get that offside thing sorted out. It's crazy. It's just football IQ. And let's be honest about it. If we get Osherman, I'll be very, very happy. Very happy indeed. Or Tony, or Ollie Watkins, or anyone that knows where the goal is. Maresca gets a 5. I thought some of the substitutions were absolutely bizarre and made us weaker. I know Kieran, is it Dewsbury Hall? He's well, let's just wait and see. He's at a new club, and let's just wait and see. He didn't do anything really when he came on. Pedro Neto, we know he's going to be good. We know he's going to be an option over on that left side, and he was okay when he came on. It's hard throwing someone in against Manchester City, particularly in that position. But no, he looked okay. And Mark Gui, he looks like he's going to have a real future. He looks physically strong. He's a pain in the side. Looks across to see if he's offside or not. Yeah, I think he's going to be a good player. He's only a 19-year-old kid, isn't he? But I think he's going to be a really good player. And Vega looks the part. When he came on for Cucurella, he looks quite safe at the back there. So yeah, Maresca gets 5. He set us up more traditional, really, 4-2-3-1. And it's perhaps what we needed against City. And as for the ref, that's it, folks. I'll be interested to hear what you lot have got to say. I'm not too downhearted because, you know, I don't expect anything from this season, really. But against one of the top sides, who, to be honest, probably didn't get out of second gear. But it still wasn't as bad as I thought it could be. Okay, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. And, throw the video a like. Thanks a lot. Speak to you soon. Up to Chelsea.